Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi my loves, it's Destin Choice and you're watching TROYCETV. So for today's video, I really want to talk about these two particular viral videos I saw of mothers being jealous of their daughters. Now long story short, this is a very controversial subject and this is probably going to trigger a lot of people, and that's why I'm talking about it, because I know it's going to trigger people and I know that this is a very uncomfortable conversation that a lot of us need to have. Let me just start by saying that a lot of us need to have this serious conversation that a lot of your mothers, fathers, and parents in general are jealous of you. And I hate to say it, but it's the truth. Sometimes your mothers are jealous of you. If you wonder why your parents have always been so mean to you, always made fun of your skin, the way you look, the way you act, the way you talk, the way you dress, the way you move, and the way you even look as a whole and the choices you make, it's 9 times out of 10 because your parents are jealous of you. Now I want to talk about this particular video that I saw. Now this video went viral on YouTube a couple months ago, and I want to address it because this is exactly what I'm talking about.
So you just gonna sit here and look at me like this?
I don't like you.
You ain't got to like me, bitch. I ain't the fuck thing to you. Should not like your baby daddy. And you don't.
I don't like none of y'all. I don't like you, his mammy, his sister, none of y'all. His kids, I don't like y'all.
You gonna get mad at me because you fucked the son of a crackhead. You fucked the son of a crackhead. Who the fuck get pregnant from a son of a crackhead and you mad at me? You mad at me because you fucked the crackhead son.
How many kids you got?
Who?
How many kids you got?
How many kids I got?
How many kids you got?
According to the state, bitch, none.
How many kids?
Not even you. My womb has reset itself. It has reset itself. So bitch, my womb,
okay, you
bitch,
have
is
4
at
kids,
zero,
so
ho. It's 2021. I ain't got no motherfucking kids. Stop playing with me, ho.
You have 4 kids, so that means 3 different niggas nutted in a crackhead's daughter. Okay, so
technically, your daddy ain't nothing shit. If you knew how small your daddy dick was, if you knew how small your motherfucking daddy dick was, bitch, he ain't nut. That bitch nutted on my lip and it swam to the top, bitch. How the fuck you think I ain't know he was your daddy? Huh? Your daddy ain't got no goddamn dick. Your daddy ain't got no motherfucking dick. Talking about your daddy fuck son. Your daddy ain't fuck shit. Yo, bitch, I fucked your daddy. Bitch, and quite frankly, I fucked him for $100 against inside club at sex that night, bitch. So I can go pussy pop in the VIP section where big dick ballers was at. Cause your small dick daddy, he wasn't no motherfucking baller. He wasn't no motherfucking baller at all. He was sitting there broke, needing some goddamn coochie, paying $100 for coochie for car sets, bitch.
was it worth it?
Hell no. I gotta start my motherfucking live over, because what you ain't gonna do is fucking embarrass me on my motherfucking live, ho. It's a new goddamn year. It's a new motherfucking year. I ain't taking no fucking L's this year, bitch. I'm the shit. Or whatever. Fuck wrong with you, ho. Fuck is wrong with you? That's what's wrong with you, motherfucker. Now you know what? You's a fucked up individual.
I am.
You's a fucked up individual. You just fucked up. You need to go to one of them fucking therapy sessions or something. A fucking counselor, bitch. Or whatever. I don't blame you, baby dad. That's why I take his side. I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for him.
You should.
I do.
You should.
I do.
You should.
I really fucking do. You didn't get that fucking retarded shit from me. You got it from your little dick daddy. You got baby of a little dick syndrome, downfall issues. That's what it is. Kids that come from daddies with little dicks, they got fucking issues. You got motherfucking not SIDS. You ain't got no fucking SIDS, bitch. You got little dick daddy syndrome. That's what it is. Your daddy got a little dick and it fucked you up. Or whatever. That's all it was or whatever. That's why you and the last 2 fucking retarded. You know, Cash got all the goddamn SIDS. It's just you and the last 2. Y'all 2 daddies got little dicks. That's what the fucking problem was.
So as you guys can see in the video, it's just a mother and a daughter going in on each other, dragging each other, and the mom is calling her own daughter a bitch, dragging her for the men that she has in her life, dragging her for the kind of things that she do, dragging her for the way she look, talk, and much more. And let me just start by saying that this very much reminds me of Tokyo Toni and her daughter Black China. As you guys know, Tokyo Toni is obviously jealous of Black China. Black China is the prettier version of her mother. She's the more successful version of her mother. She's the less fucked up version of her mother, and her mom is obviously jealous of her, hence why her mother treats her a certain way and has been blasting her throughout the past couple of years, but they will always try to rekindle the relationship. You guys know how when you guys go to a retirement home, if you guys ever been to a retirement home, you guys might know what I'm talking about. While a lot of times people in retirement homes get thrown in there by their children and their children never visit them. Because there's a saying that goes, how you treat your children when you're younger is how they'll treat your ass when you're older. And it's the truth. There's a reason why you go to retirement homes and you always see parents never having visitors, parents always being stuck in there, parents old as fuck dying in there, and their kids never come visit them and their kids don't let them live with them or nothing. And the truth is, a lot of people don't want to deal with their parents because their parents are toxic. There's a lot of people who get stuck taking care of their parents because they feel pressure to in a retirement home. And the way this woman is talking to her daughter was absolutely disgusting. Now, don't get me wrong. Both parties are wrong because you shouldn't talk to your mother like that and the mother shouldn't talk to their kid like that. But the truth is this. There's a reason why her daughter acts like that, and the reason why her daughter is so witty and snappy and talks to her any kind of way. And the reason she has no respect for her mother is because her mother doesn't know how to lead by example. And this is that hypocritical shit I be talking about with these dumbass parents that will sit around and say, oh, don't do as I do, do as I tell you. Which is stupid because how can you expect your child to choose the right path and to make good choices, but your dirty bum ass is sitting around doing the very same thing that you wouldn't want your child to do. So your child sees you being a dumb bitch. Your child sees you inhaling cigarettes, acting like a junkie, and being a complete fool. And now you get upset when your child wants to emulate that kind of behavior. Same thing with mothers who always criticize their daughters for the kind of men they choose in their life. You get mad at your daughter for the kind of men she chooses in life, but look at the kind of men you chose in life.
My womb has reset itself. It has reset itself. So, bitch, my womb,
okay, you
bitch,
have
is
4
at
kids,
0
so
ho. It's 2021. I ain't got no motherfucking kids. Stop playing with me, ho.
You have 4 kids, so that means 3 different niggas nutted in a crackhead's daughter. Okay? So,
technically, your daddy ain't nothing shit. If you know how small your daddy dick was.
Same thing with these mothers and their sons. A lot of times, a lot of mothers treat their sons like shit because a lot of mothers are secretly and low-key jealous of their sons because they feel like they sacrificed their entire life, gave up their entire life just to grow up with a man who grows up to look just like his father. And a lot of y'all don't realize it, but a lot of your parents don't like you. And the truth is, a lot of parents don't like their children because their children remind them of their greatest fears and their biggest insecurities. A good example is a lot of people have children that look just like the significant other. For example, if you look like your father, more than likely your mother resented you. Now, I can use myself as an example. My mother treated me very horribly when I was a child, and I understood the older I got. Oh, okay, this makes perfect sense now. You resent me because I look like this man that broke your heart, and because he broke your heart and treated you like shit, you took this anger out on me and my other siblings. So that's why I don't talk to my mother anymore, because she's verbally abusive, she's narcissistic, toxic, overbearing, and she's just not an overall good person, and I've chosen not to deal with her, and I haven't seen or spoken to her in years. And then when these parents get older, they think, okay, well, my child gonna take care of me because that's my child, because family values are important. But I wish more people valued family health just like they valued family values. Because family values are okay, but you can't have family values without family health. If your family as a whole isn't healthy, it isn't good for your spirit, isn't good for your energy, whether it be your grandmother, your uncle, your aunt, your stepdad, your father, your uncle, whoever raised you, if they're not good for your energy, then you shouldn't have them around you. And the best thing you can do is to cut off that toxic parent or cut off that toxic relative if they drain your energy or if they're low vibrational. Fuck that whole, well, that's your family. No, bitch, fuck them and fuck you if you allow them into your energy. Because at the end of the day, when you allow that kind of energy into your life, that's going to seep off into you. You're going to think shit like that is okay. And it's going to infiltrate how you navigate different relationships. For example, one of my biggest pet peeves is a lot of parents sometimes be using their kids as retirement plans. And that's why a lot of times when parents get older, a lot of times grown-ass adults take care of their parents but resent their parents at the same time, but feel like they have to take care of their parents because they're like, oh, hey, whatever, you're my parent, I gotta take care of you because it is what it is. Like, I knew a guy who told me that he couldn't fucking stand taking care of his parents, but he knows that he can't really do it for themselves because they're old, they're in their 70s, they're in their 80s. And truth be told, he felt pressure to take care of his parents because he said, hey, they're your parents, they gave you life, they gave me life, it is what it is. First of all, I'm tired of this dumb-ass crackhead slave mentality that we keep spreading around in many families. You don't owe your parents shit. Your happiness, success, growth, fulfillment, and you being successful should be enough repayment for your parents. And I know a lot of parents are going to watch this and they may ruffle their feathers, but it's the truth. Your kids don't owe you shit. And I hate to say it, but it's the truth because your kids didn't ask to be here.
And just to be fair, if you're grown, your parents are not your emergency fund. Stop using your parents as an emergency fund if you're a grown, able-bodied adult.
You chose to have sex, You chose to have sex. You chose to pop a baby out your coochie, lay up with this bum-ass dude or dude in general, whether he's a good guy or a bad guy, and you chose to have this kid. And if your parents didn't take care of you, then the system wouldn't take care of you. You would have been adopted. You would have probably been thrown into foster care. You would have been thrown into the system and somebody else would have taken care of you. A lot of parents only have children to make themselves look good. Where once they have sex and they get pregnant, they think, oh, okay, well, you're pregnant, I'm pregnant, whatever. I guess we're getting old anyways. You might as well have the kid anyways. Fuck it. And that's selfish as fuck, because you should only have kids if you have enough life experience and you have enough love to give and you've healed enough to bring someone else into this world and have them being an upstanding citizen. But a lot of parents only have children to make themselves look good. Just like how a lot of women will only have kids with like a lighter skinned man so that way their babies come out looking decent looking or attractive or more Eurocentric. A lot of parents have children to make themselves look good. That's why a lot of your parents treat you like assets. That's why your parents tell you, oh, you know, when I get older, you got to take care of me. You got to buy me a house. You got to get me a nice car. That's why as you get older, your parents kind of instill in you that you have to go to college, work hard, do this, that, and the third. And then eventually you got to give me money too because I took care of you. I changed your diapers. I gave you life. I put a roof over your head. Meanwhile, they did their fucking job and you didn't even ask to be here. So I hate to say it, but a lot of parents have kids for selfish reasons, and that's to make themselves look good or to make themselves look highly or to make it seem like they already have their life figured out and have a family dynamic. And that's why a lot of mothers end up resenting the fathers, because a lot of mothers end up keeping their children solely because the father wants the baby, just for the father to say, okay, you know what, fuck this shit. You're the nurturer, you're the mother, I'm out this bitch, you take care. And that's why we have so many single mothers and single moms around. That's a generational curse. And I really wish more people just, let me put it this way, I wish more people utilize birth controls, IUDs, and I know it sounds fucked up to say, but I wish more people utilize getting abortions. I hate to say it, but I said it. I am 100% pro. If you don't want a baby, eliminate the damn pregnancy. If you don't want to bring a kid in this world, bitch, you better get rid of that shit. That sounds kind of crazy, but it's the truth. Don't have kids in this world if you're a selfish motherfucker who hasn't healed and gone through enough life experience to bring a new life into this world and teach them how to be an upstanding citizen. Because if you can't take care of yourself and you can't take care of your own mental health, why have a child? And this woman right here is a blatant example of fucked up parents who bring kids in this world for selfish reasons, to make themselves look good. And then when they have these kids, they have second thoughts. They get irritated, they get angry, they take their anger on these kids and they use their children as slaves. And what's even scarier is there are even instances where a lot of parents are so jealous and so spiteful at their kids and so angry at their kids because of their issues and their own insecurities and the choices they made. A lot of times, mothers and fathers will purposely cripple their children mentally and psychologically, where they'll tear you down, they tell you fucked up things about your skin pigment, the way you talk, the way you dress, the way you act. They'll tear you down. And what's fucked up is a lot of parents will sometimes tear down their child into millions of pieces just so they can psychologically break down their child. And a lot of times parents will purposely do this so that way you won't be happy. So if you grew up with a father or a mother that tear you down, said, oh, you're not good enough, you can't this, your skin this, your hair this, your grades this, you're so stupid. A lot of times they want to tear down your confidence because they don't want you to be able to fend for yourself in the real world. A lot of times you remind your parents of yourself. A lot of times when you're psychologically damaged and somebody reminds you of yourself, it makes you so angry and so bitter, and it makes you hate that person. Because when you see someone that reminds you of yourself and reminds you of elements, and the reason they do that is because so many parents are so psychologically messed up, where sometimes parents even catch themselves trying to compete with their daughters. Where sometimes, if, for example, if your mother is jealous of you, you'll be able to tell. A lot of y'all probably got mothers and fathers that are jealous of you, and here's how you can tell. If you're someone that wants to elevate and escalate and grow in life, and you tell your mother, oh, look at this job I got, look at all this money I got, but the first thing she does is say, oh, well, that's not enough, that's not a lot, or that's not good. A lot of times, that's jealousy. Your mom is jealous of you. Why can't she applaud you for doing well for yourself? Why can't she congratulate you when something good happens? Why she gotta say, oh, wow, okay, that's cool. She's jealous of you. Why can't your parent applaud you when you talk about that new promotion you got? Why can't your mother applaud you when something great happens for you? Matter of fact, why does your mother feel like she has to compete with you? Why does your mother want to look her best? Why whenever you want to walk out the house looking a certain way, your mom always has something nasty to say? Why is it that when you talk about your relationship or your marriage, your mom always has the most low vibrational, most fucked up shit to say? Her mother is treating her like a roommate. Her mother is treating her like a best friend that she don't fuck with no more. Her mother is treating her like some random bitch on the street because she's jealous of her daughter. Her daughter is prettier than her. Her daughter has way more years on her clock, and the older her daughter gets, the more her hourglass goes down. I also want to talk about this other video that I saw of another mother and another daughter fighting and going in on each other. And this video absolutely had me distraught because it literally sums up a lot of what I said.
Fucking irritated, bro. Never in my life will I ever deal with this shit again, bro. Never in my fucking life, bro. I'm so fucking irritated, bro. I will never deal with this shit again, bro. Don't come in this bathroom. Don't fucking come in this bathroom. Leave me the fuck alone. Literally, leave me alone, bro. Leave me alone, because if I go up there, I'm gonna fucking go to jail, because I'm going to kill her, bro. And I'm not fucking playing, bro. I'm going to fucking kill her. Bro, let me tell y'all, this what my mama just fucking did to me, because I just told her these niggas was raping me when I was younger, and she knew about it. So she did this whole ass shit to me, because I brought it up to her fucking attention. That's why I'm so hurt in the inside. I brought it up, she started swinging on me, because she know the fucking truth. This my own fucking mama just did to me. Because I told her, she knew I got fucking molested, but what did she do? Nothing. She still talk to the niggas. She still do all that. I'm hurt. I'm telling her that shit. She gonna do this whole ass shit to me. So I gotta come in the fucking bathroom so I won't go to jail, bro. Because I'm about to lose all type of respect for her, bro. Because I'm hurting about that shit deep down inside. If somebody touch you when you a kid, not just one nigga, multiple niggas, if somebody touching you when you a kid, and you don't tell nobody, and then when you tell somebody, and all they do is attack you, that means she knew all this time, bro. And for her to do this shit to me, I can't, bro. Bro, she fucked my shit up, bro. Pull my hair, everything, bro. I'm so fucking dead. And she don't say sorry. She don't say nothing. All she gonna do is say, oh, she was drunk, so she don't remember it. Fucking daughter telling you some man abused her, and you gonna do this shit. You do this shit. You do this shit to me, right? Right. And people wonder why I'm so fucked up in the head. I wonder why I'm depressed. My own mama telling me, oh, I need to get pretty. What you mean I need to get pretty? Because I don't got no lashes on? My own mama telling me that. What you mean? My mama is jealous of me. And it fucking shows, bro.
This is exactly what I'm talking about when I say your mothers are trying to tear you down, or even your fathers are trying to tear you down, so that way you could be as miserable, angry, and unhappy as them. And that's why I say it's very important to keep your distance, stop fucking with certain relatives if you need to. Now, a good example is I haven't spoken to my mother in years and haven't seen her in years. Wish her well, wish her nothing but the best. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, if you're grown as fuck, like these two young ladies in these videos, you need to do yourself a favor and hold yourself accountable, because you can only blame your parents for so long. Yeah, your parents traumatized you, but they always say that when you get traumatized, you end up being stuck that very same age that you were traumatized at. Both of them are both grown women. Grown women, adults, have their own kids and everything. And isn't it weird how both these grown-ass women both live with their mothers? One is 19, one is possibly in her 20s. Isn't it weird? So this is just an ongoing generational curse that if your mother is abusive as fuck and you live with her and you know she's sucking the life out of you, draining you, annoys you, irritates you, and all y'all do is fight, a lot of times she sees herself in you, and that's why she's trying to tear down your self-esteem. And she doesn't even realize she's doing it because she's been doing it for so long. And you rationalize that shit and you think it's normal. So do yourself a favor and move the fuck out if you're old enough. And this is for men and women too. If you're old enough to get the fuck out of your parents' house, maybe save your money. Stack up your checks, maybe even get a second job and move the fuck out of your parents' house, even if you're 18, 19, 20 years old, because your parents will continue to drag you the fuck down to hell until you're at their level. And the older you get, the harder it is to change. And eventually when you have your own kids, or if you already do have your own kids, you're going to do the exact same thing to your own daughter or your own son if you don't know how to separate yourself from toxic abuse. Because the saying goes, you can't lie down with dogs and not expect to get fleas. Do yourself a favor and stay far the fuck away from them. And who knows, the distance might do you good, because if you keep your distance from them and don't hit them up and don't call them and you're not around them, that distance could force them to face their own demons. They'll have to look in the mirror and realize, damn, I really ain't shit. And that distance alone could force them to internalize all the shit they did to you, and it'll force them to grow. So even if you can sit up here and say you love your mother, you love your father, your grandma, or whoever raised you, you have to hold yourself accountable for allowing that kind of bullshit. Because there's only a certain time where you can say, oh, my mother is this, my father is this, but are you old enough to get your own shit? Because if you're old enough to get your own shit, then do it. Because me personally, I moved out of my parents' house when I was 18 because I could not handle that shit no more. And here's the issue. One thing that I noticed in this video right here of this woman saying that, you know, her mother is the reason why she got molested and so on and so forth. I noticed that she always talks about how whenever she tries to address her trauma to her mother always act like, oh, I'll remember. Okay, well, this happened. Okay, well, you did this. Her mother would gaslight her and deflect from blame. And that's a generational curse. If your parent is one of those parents that say, oh, well, I'll remember. Okay, well, I'll remember doing that. Okay, well, I'll remember. That's gaslighting. That's gaslighting and that's toxic and you need to cut them the fuck off, or you need to keep your distance, or you need to hold them accountable and hold yourself accountable. And I hate to say it, but some of you guys don't have a choice but to, one, tell your parents to go get some neurological help, i.e. get diagnosed, go to therapy, or sometimes your parents are too far gone. And the truth of the matter is your parents aren't going to change in some cases. One thing I had to learn the hard way when I cut off both my parents, my mother and my father, for being toxic, abusive, and manipulative and narcissistic, and I don't want to deal with that, was I had to realize that your parents are not gods. Let me say it again. Your parents are not gods. And obviously you know that, but you don't really know it because you see it as just because they're your parents, you have to go out of your way to still make things work, even if they did you hella dirty. You don't have to do any fucking thing if they keep making the same mistakes over and over. If they say sorry but keep doing the same shit over and over, if they gaslight you and keep doing the same shit over and over, you need to respectfully keep your distance. You don't got to cut them off. You don't got to say, fuck you, bitch, don't talk to me ever again. You can easily say, hey, I'll stay over here. I'll call you. I'll hit you up, but I'm going to stay over here. I'm not going to come visit you. I'm not going to hit you up every single time you want me to. I'll call you when I feel like I'm ready to call you. And that's the end of that. Because the one thing I had to learn is sometimes your parents are who the fuck they are and they're never going to change. And one thing someone told me that really resonated with me is your parents are merely just people who had sex. That's it. That's it. They're no different than that bitch who got pregnant in high school. They're no different than your homegirl that got a kid. Your parents are just people that had sex and had a kid. They're nobody special. And when you start looking at your parents as people, even if they're toxic, when you start looking at your parent as people who are toxic, life gets a lot better. And even if you're someone that won't even admit that your parents are toxic because they're irresponsible, they do bullshit with their finances, they choose men over you, they choose their wife over you, they choose bullshit over you, admit that your parents are toxic, see them as people, and the healing process becomes a lot better. Because once I realized, my mother and my father, y'all are people. Like, y'all are toxic. Y'all are never going to change. Like, y'all are who y'all are. And I'm going to respectfully be who the fuck I am. And that's not hit y'all up and not fuck with y'all. And y'all take care. Y'all have a good one. If we ever run into each other again, what's up? And that's it. But I don't ever... And that's it. But you should start viewing your parents as people. Because when you see your parents as people, the healing process gets a lot better. And you're able to hold yourself accountable. So if you're grown as fuck and you're allowing your grown-ass parents to mistreat you, use you for bullshit, use you for money, manipulate you, mistreat your friends and family, your kids, and do dirty shit to you, and you deep down inside know your parents are jealous of you or are resentful of you or try their best to lower your energy, it's because your parents are possibly energy vampires. And both these women, these young women right here, both their parents are energy vampires. They're narcissistic energy vampires. And they do all these fucked up shit to traumatize you because they want you to be as broken, as insecure, and as heartbroken as both of them. Because truth be told, notice how both their mothers are single. Both their mothers are single, both their mothers ain't shit, and both their mothers probably hasn't really amounted to shit. So they want to make sure their daughters are at the same space. So all you got to do is just realize it and break that generational curse. And again, you don't have to deal with your parents just because people say, well, that's your family. That's your bitch. Like I said in this video, see your parents and family as people. They're people. People are toxic. Fuck them. If they violate your peace, fuck them and keep your distance and keep it at that. If they violate your peace and they make you uncomfortable and they're never happy for you, you got to stop fucking with them. Because throughout the years, many people have emailed me and told me, and you know, my parents are toxic. My family is toxic. I'm a teenager. I don't know what to do. But the truth is, once you get grown, you can do what the fuck you want. And once you're grown, you can move out. It sounds crazy, but you can move out. I know some parents sometimes put their kids in a predicament to never move out because sometimes if you do move out, your parents might try to pressure you and talk you out of it so they don't be alone. A lot of times your parents want you to be as close as possible. They don't want you to move far away. They want you to be nearby so that way they can control you. So that way they can suck the peacefulness and the positive energy and they can suck that shit out of you. A lot of times your parents want to keep you a child for as long as possible by talking to you any kind of way, treating you any kind of way, and that delays your growth. There's a reason why whenever you're around your parents, you get all angry, you catch a bitch fit, you have an attitude, and you act the same way you acted when you were in high school when you guys would bicker back and forth. Or why you freeze up when you're around your parents, or you act fake when you're around your parents. Your parents want to keep you a child for as long as possible because they know that you'll always be dependent on them. Grow the fuck up, keep your distance, keep that healthy distance, and let your parents handle their own. They were fine before you, and they'll be fine without you. You don't have to stop fucking with them 100%, but all you gotta do is put your peace first. And I really hope that everybody can learn from these two young ladies' decisions and mistakes, because at the end of the day, both these two women said in these videos that they have their own children, that they got kids. And both these women are grown as fuck, but yet, despite having toxic mothers, they still live in their mama house. And they obviously live in their mama house because, one, I know life is hard, but two, because they probably don't have enough confidence to go out there and be on their own. They feel like little kids on the inside because they're still traumatized. Because like I said, when you experience trauma, especially from your parents or at a young age, you stay that child. You stay that child on the inside. That's called your inner child. And when you stay that traumatized child on the inside, you're scared to go out there into the real world and go develop and go learn new skills and do what the fuck you want, because you're scared of your parents being right. You're scared of not having your parents' guidance, even though your parents are toxic and jealous of you and are never fully happy of you. All you can really do is accept the fact that you're never getting an apology. And that's the truth. These women right here, they're never going to get an apology. They're going to be like that. Their mothers are going to be like that for a very long time. Because the truth is, if your parent is like 30, 40, 50 years old, what the fuck do you expect from them? They're 30, 40, 50 years old. At that point, they've already chosen to live alongside their demons. They didn't choose to heal before they had you, so they passed on their demons onto you. And now they expect you to pass your demons onto your future children and so on and so forth. So then the cycle is going to continue, and you're going to pass it on to your future children if you don't stop the cycle and keep your parents at a distance or at a bay. Hold your parents accountable and hold yourself accountable for allowing their behavior. Because if you continue to allow their behavior, at that point, you're just asking for it. That's all I gotta say on that. I hope everybody can look at this video, resonate with the message, learn from it, and understand that sometimes your parents are just jealous as fuck of you. And that's okay, because jealousy is a personal problem. It's not your problem why somebody's jealous of you. It's not your problem why somebody hates you. It's not your problem why somebody treated you a certain way. But it is your problem if you're delaying your own healing and your own well-being. That's when it becomes your problem, because you're grown now, right? And if you're grown, take control of your own life, because your parents are the last people that are ever going to apologize to you. They'll just say they don't remember and they'll gaslight you. That was that for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope y'all learned something from it. And I hope everybody can let this message resonate with them. And I hope this connected with people. I hope we can have a constructive dialogue in the comment section. And I hope everyone can just give their thoughts, opinions, share their stories. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Give your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And yeah. That's that. Troyce out this bitch. She's got a girl and she's on fire. With the world magazine. Oh, she's got a and it has oh, this girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. She's walking on fire. This girl is on fire.